One thing about being from the Caribbean is that there's inspiration all around you. From the blue skies to the blue seas to the landscape to the greenery to the people. You can take inspiration anywhere. It allows for your creativity to grow. And I think that's one thing that helped me in my journey from high school to college to university. Just knowing that my mind can run free when I'm home helps a lot. My educational journey, if I had to sum it up, I would say it was a fight. Because in the Caribbean, architecture is still kind of mainly male dominant, me being a female and being in high school trying to do the subjects that lead to you being an architect was a bit, I don't think I want you in my class. So I had to fight to be in those classes. Graduated with the top grades and then I went to college. Being the only female again, I had to fight and prove myself. And I guess at that point I was trying to prove myself to them rather than to me, because I already knew I could do it. But they didn't know the power that I had. Don't ever doubt a female. And knowing that, I graduated as the only person who started my year. And I know that I then made myself proud. I made my family proud. I made younger me proud, who's used to me following a certain set of guidelines. Every turn of my journey, I was introduced to professions that intrigued me, from engineers to interior designers. But I think what won me over was seeing female architects thriving on my island, like Camille Kelly, who became my mentor. She supported me through college and university, and she introduced me to the ins and outs of architecture. I came to the UK knowing that I wanted to be an architect. I knew that I wanted to design beautiful buildings, but I didn't actually know that I could make a social change. But I think the combination with being in the UK for 2 years, my recent diagnosis, being a part of workshops that talk about inclusive design, meeting persons who are inclusive designers and able body and disabled body, and gaining knowledge along the way, and then all of that together and coming home in the Caribbean, I realized there's a huge loophole here as well in terms of design. Our cities and buildings are not accessible to the disabled because we consider them a minority, which is kind of funny because there's 66 million people in the Caribbean and Latin America who are disabled, but we don't design for them ahead of time. We consider them down the line, and the most you probably see is handrails added or a ramp. That's not designing for the disabled in mind. It is more efficient to design for efficient and effective, matter of fact, to design for the disabled in mind from the very beginning rather than down the line. A city in my country alone is not even accessible for the able body. Our sidewalks are so small, you have to walk in the middle of the road just to get across. And that's not okay, even for the able, so you can imagine the disabled. My hope is that I can change that. I'm not sure how I'll do it at the moment, whether I'm a local architect making sure my designs are inclusive. There'll be a bigger role in terms of partnership as an inclusive designer or something of that nature with the Caribbean Community CARICOM or the Inter-American Development Bank in their housing sector. Until then, I'll just try to develop my skills in terms of my visualization, my digital, my sketching, my creativity, my time management, and definitely being okay with critique. I don't think I have a definite answer as to what I think success is for me. I feel like success changes like the seasons with time. But I think if I had to shoot it off of my head, success would be being happy, truly and purely happy. And happiness for me would be knowing that I've made an impact on my island in terms of the way we design and eventually the Caribbean and Latin America.